Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive?
Always.
Well, today we're tackling Atomic Habits by James Clear.
Oh, nice.
But here's the twist. We're not covering the entire book.
Okay.
We're zeroing in on some really insightful excerpts.
Excerpts. Interesting.
Yeah, think of it as like extracting those golden nuggets. You know?
I like it. Getting right to the good stuff.
Exactly. And trust me, there's a lot to unpack.
I bet. Atomic Habits, it's a popular one.
Oh yeah, it's helped so many people, but we're going deeper.
Deeper. How so?
Well, a lot of people focus on the surface stuff.
Like productivity hacks.
Yeah, exactly. Like those quick tips and tricks.
But this book is about more than just getting things done.
Way more. It's about the transformation that happens along the way.
Becoming a better version of yourself.
Exactly. Forget six-pack abs or overflowing bank accounts for a second.
Okay, I'm listening.
What if the real magic is in the kind of person you become?
I see where you're going with this.
It's about identity.
That's Clear's big idea. Habits shape who you are.
Right. It's not just about doing. It's about becoming.
He uses this analogy of casting votes.
Votes. Okay, now I'm really intrigued. Tell me more.
Every action you take is like a vote for the type of person you want to be.
So even small choices matter.
Every single one. Each choice reinforces a certain identity.
Whoa. Okay, so like hitting snooze every morning.
That's a vote for the person who struggles with discipline.
Ouch. And then dragging myself to the gym even when I don't want to.
That's a vote for the person who prioritizes health.
I'm starting to see how this goes way beyond just forming a habit or two.
It's a fundamental shift in how we see ourselves.
It's like those tiny actions are building blocks.
They create a ripple effect, shaping your identity over time.
So it's not just about willpower, it's about creating a self-image.
Exactly. An image that aligns with the person you want to be.
This is powerful stuff. Okay, so let's say I'm ready to shift my identity.
Love it. So where do we begin?
Well, I guess we need to understand how habits actually work.
That's where the 4 stages come in: cue, craving, response, reward.
I've heard about this before, but could you give me a real-world example?
Sure. Let's take checking your phone, something we all do.
Oh yeah, guilty as charged.
You hear that notification? Ping, that's the cue.
Then you get that urge to see what it is.
Right, the craving.
Yeah.
That anticipation of something interesting.
And then bam, you're grabbing your phone.
That's the response. And then you get that hit of dopamine, feeling connected.
It's like a mini reward cycle.
And this pattern drives every habit, good or bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do we use this to our advantage?
Well, first step is awareness. What cues and rewards are driving your actions?
Once you see the pattern, you can start to change it.
Exactly. You're not just a victim to your habits. You have agency.
That's empowering. But our environment plays a role too, right?
Huge role. Clear talks about these Vietnam War veterans.
Veterans, what does that have to do with habits?
Well, many of them were heroin addicts during the war.
Oh wow, that's heavy.
But when they returned home, most of them quit effortlessly.
Wait, what? How is that even possible?
Because their environment changed. The cues that triggered their addiction were gone.
So the environment can either sabotage us or support us.
Exactly. We can design our surroundings to make good habits easier.
So what can we do? Any practical tips?
Well, let's say you want to drink more water. Keep a full water bottle on your desk.
Make it visible, make it accessible.
Exactly. Or create a cozy reading nook to encourage reading.
I love that. It's not about forcing ourselves, it's about making the right choice easier.
Precisely. Remove the friction for good habits, add friction to bad ones.
This is making so much sense. Okay, so I've tweaked my environment. Now what?
Now we tackle another big myth, the 21-day rule.
Oh yeah, I've heard that one. It takes 21 days to form a habit.
But that's not really true. It's not about time, it's about repetition.
So the more you repeat a behavior, the more automatic it becomes.
Exactly. Think about brushing your teeth. Thousands of repetitions.
That's why it's so effortless now.
New habits need that same consistency.
But how do we stay motivated when the initial excitement wears off?
That's where Clear's 2-minute rule comes in.
I've heard about this one, but I struggle to actually apply it.
Well, the idea is to break down big goals into tiny actions.
Like instead of write a novel, it's write for 2 minutes.
Yes. Makes it less daunting, easier to get started.
So you're tricking your brain into taking action.
And those small wins build momentum. Plus, it reinforces your new identity.
I am a writer, even if it's just for 2 minutes.
Precisely.
Okay, but what about those days when even 2 minutes feels impossible?
That's when we bring in accountability.
Oh, Tell me more about this. I need all the help I can get.
Well, you could have an accountability partner.
Someone to keep you on track.
Or join a community where your desired behavior is the norm.
So you're surrounded by people who support your goals.
Exactly. But Clear takes it further with the habit contract.
Ah, yes, a formal agreement with consequences.
He tells this funny story about an entrepreneur who wanted to lose weight.
Oh, okay, let's hear it.
This guy made a contract with wacky consequences.
Like,
If he missed a workout, he had to wear a rival sports team's jersey.
oh no, that's brutal.
Or donate to a political party he disagreed with if he cheated on his diet.
That's hilarious, but also genius.
It makes the consequences real and immediate.
So you're adding a layer of social pressure.
Exactly. And tapping into that primal desire for immediate feedback.
This is brilliant. We've covered so much today.
We have, haven't we?
From the 4 stages of habit to the power of environment and accountability.
It's all about understanding the mechanics and then using them to your advantage.
But there's still one big question.
Hit me with it.
How do we choose the right habits in the first place?
Excellent question. And that leads us to the next part of our deep dive.
Ooh, can't wait to uncover those secrets.
We'll explore how your personality and strengths play a crucial role.
This is going to be good. I'm already hooked.
Buckle up. It's going to be a fascinating ride.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Welcome back. Ready to explore more of atomic habits.
Oh, absolutely. I'm eager to dive deeper into the practical stuff.
Last time we talked about identity, environment, those core principles.
Right, laying the groundwork.
Exactly. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty of making habits stick.
The part I always struggle with, to be honest.
It's a common challenge, but Claire offers some great strategies.
Okay, I'm all ears. What's the secret to staying motivated, even when it gets tough?
Well, it all boils down to Clear's 4th law of behavior change. Make it satisfying.
Make it satisfying. Okay, I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
But how do we actually do that?
It's about understanding how our brains are wired.
You mean like our primal instincts and stuff?
Exactly. We're programmed for immediate gratification.
So those long-term goals, they just don't have the same pull.
Think about our ancestors. They needed food and shelter, not retirement plans.
So we're still operating on that ancient software.
In many ways, yes. Which is why we crave those instant rewards.
It's like that marshmallow experiment, right?
Exactly. Kids choosing one marshmallow now over 2 later.
Instant gratification wins again. But can we hack this system?
We can. It's not about denying ourselves pleasure, it's about strategic timing.
Okay, I'm listening. Tell me more.
One powerful tool is reinforcement. Rewarding yourself after a habit.
So like giving myself a little treat after a workout.
Exactly. Or allowing yourself to watch your favorite show after a productive week.
It's like those little rewards make the good stuff more enticing.
They create positive associations, making it easier to stick with the habit.
So we're not just relying on willpower alone.
Nope. We're tapping into our brain's reward system.
This is brilliant. Okay, what else can we do?
Claire also talks about making doing nothing enjoyable.
Wait. You're not suggesting we all become couch potatoes, are you?
Haha, not exactly. It's about finding joy in the absence of bad habits.
Okay, explain this to me.
Well, when we try to quit something like social media, we often feel restless.
Oh, I know that feeling. It's like my brain doesn't know what to do with itself.
Exactly. So you need to create alternatives that are genuinely fulfilling.
Like reading, spending time in nature, connecting with loved ones.
Yes. Make the choice to not engage in the bad habit feel rewarding.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
It's like shifting your perspective.
And another powerful tool is habit tracking.
Oh, I love habit tracking. Checking off those boxes feels so good.
It provides that sense of accomplishment, keeps you motivated.
And Clear emphasizes that it's not about being perfect, right?
He has that great line, never miss twice.
It takes the pressure off. Slip-ups happen. It's about getting back on track.
Exactly. But he also cautions against getting too obsessed with the numbers.
Right, it's a tool, not the end goal.
He calls it Goodhart's Law. When a measure becomes a target, it loses its value.
So track your progress, but don't let the numbers rule your life.
Precisely, focus on the bigger picture, the identity you're building.
Okay, that makes sense. So we've got reinforcement, habit tracking, what else?
Well, let's not forget about accountability.
Ah, yes. We touched on this earlier with the habit contract.
Right, but there are other ways to leverage accountability.
Like having an accountability partner, someone to share the journey with.
Exactly, someone who can provide support and encouragement.
It's like that saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
I love that. And don't underestimate the power of those habit contracts.
We talked about that entrepreneur and his funny weight loss contract.
There are so many creative ways to use them.
Like, Give me some ideas.
You could donate to a cause you dislike if you miss a deadline.
Ouch. That would definitely motivate me.
Or have a friend change your social media passwords if you overspend time online.
These are brilliant. It adds that extra layer of commitment.
It's about making those consequences real and leveraging social pressure.
It's like we're giving our future selves a helping hand.
Exactly. And let's not forget the power of our social circles.
Right. Clear talks about joining a culture where your desired behavior is the norm.
If you surround yourself with people who value the same things, it becomes easier.
It's like that saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
So true. Choose your company wisely.
Okay, so we've explored so much about making habits stick.
Reinforcement, tracking, accountability, social support.
It's like we've got this whole toolkit now, but there's still one big question.
I know what you're going to ask.
How do we choose the right habits to focus on?
The million-dollar question. And that leads us to the final part of our deep dive.
Ooh, can't wait. We're going to unlock the secrets to find those perfect fit habits.
We'll explore how your personality, your strengths all play a role.
This is getting good. I'm ready to hear more.
Get ready for some serious self-discovery.
Bring it on. I'm all in. All right, back for the final part of our Atomic Habits journey, and now we're getting to the heart of it. You know, we've learned so much about how habits work, but now I'm curious, how do we choose the right ones to focus on? It feels like with all these possibilities, it's kind of overwhelming.
I get it. It's like having all the ingredients for a gourmet meal, but no recipe.
Exactly. So how do we create a recipe for success, using these habit-building tools effectively?
Well, Clear highlights the importance of understanding your personality.
Our personality, okay? That makes sense. We're all different after all.
Right. We have different predispositions, different preferences.
So are you saying some habits might be a better fit for certain personalities?
Exactly. Our genes play a role shaping our natural inclinations.
So it's not one size fits all.
Not at all. Some people thrive on novelty and excitement.
While others prefer routine and stability.
Exactly. Forcing yourself into a mold that doesn't fit, it just leads to burnout.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I've tried those super strict productivity systems.
The ones that make you wake up at 5 a.m. every day.
Yeah, those. These never worked for me.
And that's okay. It's about finding what resonates with you.
So how do we do that? How do we figure out which habits are the right fit?
Remember that explore-exploit trade-off we talked about?
I did, but can you refresh my memory?
Sure. It's a two-step process. First, you explore, try different things.
Experiment, see what sticks.
Exactly. Test different approaches, gather information.
Okay, so like trying out different morning routines or exploring new hobbies.
Exactly. It's like trying on different hats, seeing which one fits best.
I love that analogy. So once you've explored enough,
then you move into the exploit phase.
Which means focusing on what works best for you.
Exactly. Honing those skills, maximizing your strengths.
It's like saying, okay, I've found the hat I like, now I'm gonna rock it.
Exactly. You found your style, now you're mastering it.
This is making a lot of sense. And it leads to another interesting idea.
You mean the concept of creating your own game?
Yes. That one really caught my attention. Tell me more about that.
Well, Clear argues that we shouldn't try to compete in a game where the odds are stacked against us.
So instead of trying to be the best at something everyone else is good at,
you find a game where your unique strengths give you an edge.
I like that. It's about playing to your strengths.
He uses the example of Scott Adams, the creator of Dilbert.
Oh yeah, I love Dilbert.
Adams admits he's not the best artist or writer.
But he combined those skills in a unique way.
Exactly. And that's what made Dilbert so successful.
So it's about finding that sweet spot where your passion and abilities intersect.
And using that to create something valuable.
I'm really starting to see how this all ties together. It's not just about building any habits.
It's about aligning those habits with who you are and where you want to go.
It's about designing a life that feels authentic and fulfilling.
Exactly. And as we wrap up this deep dive into atomic habits,
I feel like we've been given this incredible roadmap.
A roadmap to creating lasting change, one small step at a time.
And I want to leave our listeners with this final thought.
Go ahead.
Throughout your day, pay attention to those tiny decisions you make.
The seemingly insignificant choices.
Like reaching for a healthy snack or grabbing that extra cookie.
Putting on your workout clothes or collapsing on the couch.
Those choices might seem small, but they reveal a lot.
They show the direction your habits are taking you.
It's like those votes we talked about earlier, shaping our identity.
So choose wisely, my friend. Each choice matters.
This has been such an insightful journey, exploring the power of atomic habits.
It's been a pleasure diving deep with you.
And to our listeners, thank you for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed this exploration.
Keep experimenting, keep learning, and keep building those atomic habits.
Until next time, keep striving for that best version of yourself.